A team from the United States Consulate General Office in Auckland, New Zealand are in Niue to meet with government officials this week. The courtesy visit looks at fostering diplomatic ties with Niue and development opportunities. The two consulate officials are Craig Hauptmeyer, who is a political and economic officer at the consulate in Auckland, who has served as Foreign Service Officer in Uganda, Burma and Kenya, while Will Seal serves as a Senior Public Affairs Specialist and oversees a broad spectrum of people-to-people and cultural programming for the consulate. We spoke to one of them today to find out more about this trip to Niue and the potential for collaboration.
We've talked to many people in government, in faith-based organizations, in civil society, and they've all told us good fond memories of the Peace Corps or other initiatives that the American government has done with the Niuean people in the past. And so Will and I are here to explore what options are available for the future. I think positive stories abound in Niue. We hear about the 4G network coming on board, the submarine cable, which will bring high-speed internet, hopefully at a cheaper rate. Other things such as increase in tourism, including American tourism, and we're told those American tourists are well-behaved, are good tippers, but we're trying to see what can the American government do more of. One thing we've had success with in the past is exchange programs, people-to-people relationships, sending people to the United States, bringing trainers in to build capacity. So we're trying to see what more can we do on that in the short run. Longer term, who knows? We're also looking at that, bringing over other visitors here. We think we'd like to be here not just to swim, dive, and snorkel more regularly, but actually to come meet and check in more frequently with people of Niue.
With a new administration on board and a desire to do better in supporting the region, the visit is also to explore what types of direct support is required.
We've done a lot of various levels, direct funding support as well as innovation. The new administration, their priority is innovation, private sector. We've heard about Niue's great process and progress in renewable energy, and that's something our American businesses, we think we can help support. From batteries that can be able to save electricity generated from solar production to fuel-efficient diesel generators from Caterpillar. We've seen that great name around. So that's where I think we're really going to look forward to moving advanced. The United States has done a great job of reducing emissions, and it's been largely through the private sector innovation. People like Elon Musk and others doing electric cars and home batteries. The first instance for more visits, that's what we hear, that when we talk about building something in Niue, it's building relationships. And those Peace Corps volunteers who left 20 years ago, we're running into people who have fond memories. So I think in the first, how can we build those people-to-people relationships? So coming back is a priority. Secondly, what other more formal programs? I think we don't want to kind of prescribe that. We want to listen and learn from what the people are hearing. We have more meetings today. We'll continue the conversations, go back and see what is possible. Indeed, I think lots of things are possible, and we just need to find out where we can cooperate, collaborate, and partner at best.
The two officials have met with ministries to identify development opportunities between the two countries because Niue currently has no formal diplomatic relations with the United States of America. Compulsory school health checks before children start school will be implemented next year, and health staff are being trained to prepare for these changes. The new initiative by the government and the Niue Health Department has the department seeking expertise from Plunkett, New Zealand to carry out a 2-day training with staff that work directly with children's health care.
Niue is planning to do before school check, and before school check is a very comprehensive check, and it's got lots of components in it, and therefore we would like to have the newer nurses know the contents of the check and what they're looking for, so they can detect early developmental other maybe issues coming up for the children. The nurse themselves did some presentations, and we did cover the just have to think immunizations, we did smoking cessation, child development, dental, oral health, and growth for the children. And yesterday we discussed a little bit more in depth for some developmental tools.
Health already has annual in-school health checks as part of their routine, and the Maternal Child Health Division has set processes for babies and infants. These tests will be in addition to the other programs that are delivered by the department.
It will cover lots of things, like for the child we're looking at hearing and vision, whether they are okay, whether they're up to date with immunizations, how the growth is going, how the development is going, how the speech is going, how the dental health is, what the strengths and difficulties are in the behavior, but also developmental wise, there are tools to see whether there are any concerns from the parents to the child, whether they would like to have more education about. So that's all. It's a comprehensive check. Takes up till nearly till 1 hour to do it all, and checking the speech of the child and having the interaction with the child, but also the interaction with the parents.
The capacity training builds on existing experience of health staff, and this practical preparation will be for staff to be able to do tests and also train others. Consultations are also planned to raise awareness amongst parents and the community towards better child health care in Niue. The Fisheries Division have spent 1 week with fishermen to give tips on the different fishing methods and techniques. The training for canoe and boat fishermen is a collaborative effort with personnel from the Pacific community who were on island initially to go over the safety gear packs.
Well, primarily to discuss the safety gear that comes with the safety grab bag. Now the grab bags had come in last year sometime. I was out on duty travel, so I couldn't come then. But we've been trying to arrange ever since then for someone to come in and describe all the items that were in the bag. So I finally got the opportunity to come, and we've been through all the items.
Safety is paramount in any fisheries workshop, but organisers are hopeful that with the knowledge shared, it will be possible to give participants starter packages in future. Fisheries decided to use this opportunity while William was on island to organise an impromptu set of refresher courses for fishermen to go over the different fishing techniques that will be more cost effective.
It's becoming harder to get fish as they used to get before. So instead of just sticking to the preferred method, or the one that they're used to, like trolling, which is very common, and depending on the size of fish also that's caught trolling, looking for bigger sizes. So to do that, they have to go down to mid-water, up to about 100 meters plus. So these techniques that we are introducing now, well, not introducing, covering again for the new fishermen, is to show them how to, the additional methods that they can use aside from trolling. So it's mid-water hand lining, 100 meters, 200 at the most. Hope that the fishermen go out and use less fuel, which is one of the advantages of these fishing methods. You don't go running around the ocean. You go, you look for schools, you can't find them, just stop, drift, and try out your hand lining. More so beside fads and probably strategic known fishing spots. But it helps to save fuel. It helps them probably to get bigger fish, and gives them the added advantage that if they go trolling, there's no school to be seen, then they can try for the mid-water species. Hopefully that can cover for nothing on the surface.
The expectation is that these alternative methods and the fishermen will be able to catch more pelagic fish for people to buy. Investment in human resource development is an important part of nation building, and this has been an area for discussion between government and the University of the South Pacific. USP is a regionally owned institution located in 12 member countries, and Niue has a campus at Paliasi that has been underutilized for the past few years. A representative from the USP head office in Suva made a special visit 2 weeks ago to look at the operations on campus and to have dialogue with those in the education sector. This visit was to gauge ways to improve delivery of services and increase enrollments.
of all, it's a well-maintained campus. We look good infrastructure. The vegetation is nice. However, our concern is the student enrollment. We would like more students to encourage more students to enroll at USP Niue campus, because over the years we have developed a lot of programs, skill-based programs for civil servants or for people in the private sector who have got a lot of experience, but somehow or the other do not have a qualification, a degree, or if you have a degree but yet you want to have some more skill-based qualification, we have got abundance of those now, which can be offered in country through a local facilitator and monitoring through USP Pacific TAFE. Most of the Pacific TAFE courses have international accreditation.
The university offers a wide range of courses where students or senior civil servants can study towards attaining a qualification and remain on island, which would be less of a hassle in terms of relocation. However, one of the main challenges is the perception that USB qualifications are not internationally recognized, and the institution is finding ways to raise its profile and offer more information about their services.
We will work, and definitely something would come out positively next year on the changing of the way the Niue campus is operated. However, kids enrolled now, students enrolled now, still have access to online tutors. We go through, there is a tutor services that USP pays for, your tutor, and that's available 24/7 to the students enrolled, and they can directly contact the course coordinators. Plus we also provide satellite tutorial. But where the numbers are high, we have in-country tutors too. But because of the accreditation that USP is going through for quality, we hire tutors after it's approved by the respective course coordinators to match the standards. So the tutor has to be qualified to teach or provide tutorial.
The local campus has been given videos and other resources about the courses available, and hopefully encourage more people to utilize the institution that is partly owned by Niue. And those are our news stories that we have for you this evening. Do join us again for our next news bulletin next week. Benai da volatile tutupu ne ko mo mai kalata mo afafine amana kini gmanu ne ko fahatap ne hanga watgai do lidiu ke flewe ke he da volatile tutupu fahatap ko ho. Munene po.